Next, we're going to add some additional functionality to our door actor so that we can have the ability to open it when the player has found a certain related key. So to do that, we're going to open the BPC door interface actor. And we can see right away the interfaces that we have available. This is the new function we added to the BPI interface, the unlock function. So we're going to go ahead and add that as an event. Just put event unlock. There it is there. And we're going to need a new variable. We're going to need to track whether the door is in a locked state or not. We'll do that with a simple Boolean. We're going to make this Boolean public so that we can determine if the door is locked at begin play or not. So when event unlock is called, this variable is set to false. And we also want to have a certain bit of UI feedback for the player in this proto stage, mainly in the form of what's in the text render. That's a sort of placeholder UI right now. So we're going to do set text. We're going to set the text to a different message for the player when this thing is unlocked. And then afterwards, when they stand in the interaction radius that we established before. So I'm going to make this promoted to a variable, and we're just going to call it unlocked text. So the unlocked text by default is just going to be open door. So if I select this here and compile the blueprint, I can enter some default value. Let's call it open door, because that would be your only option when, of course, the door is unlocked. All right, so next we're going to figure out what happens on this side when you interact whether the door is locked or not. So presumably having the door locked would prevent anything from happening. You can't open it, but we will have it drive a little bit of UI change here. So when is locked is false, we can go to regular operation via the flip-flop. And when it's true, just put a reroute node there to clean this up a little bit. We're going to take the text render and set the text to something else. And this will be our lock text. We'll call this lock text, this variable. And we'll connect these nodes here. We'll compile and save that so we can edit the variable lock text. Lock text by default will be it'll just say lock. So the player knows, no, they cannot open it at this time because it is locked. And when the door is opened, when unlocked is false and the door is opened, we also want to toggle the UI on or off so it's not distracting. So the door is open, we hide this. When it's closed, we allow it to be shown. So now we can test our key and our door logic to see if we can actually have this door be locked and have a key that opens it. So let's add the bpchild key class here, which we could probably do with some tweaks. Let's see, we could probably on the text component here, text render component, we could change it to actually read something generic right now. Let's say door keys. And let's just pretend these are hanging on a wall somewhere. We'll rotate them downward like that and maybe like this. Just trying to show how this could be used in a reasonable way. Act like they're kind of hanging on the wall here. We'll save this. And again, we want to make sure all this stuff is good. It's in the LD level. And right here, what we're going to do now is we're going to go to this door. And is locked is, well, we'll set it to true. And the door keys, what we'll do here is we'll look at the BP key details section, actors to unlock, and we add an item to the array, and then we pick an item for that slot. And we'll pick this door and we'll save this. And we'll see what happens when we play the level now. So our door is here. We get close to it. It says open door because the player doesn't know whether it's open. Well, they don't know whether it's locked or not. So they assume they can open it. They try to open it and it tells them it's locked. We go to the door keys. And we interact and it looks like we picked them up. We go to the door and now it says open door because it assumes we have the keys, and we press interact and the door opens. So it mimics the effect of picking up keys, putting them in your pocket, taking them to the door, putting them in the lock of the door and opening the door. And that achieves basically everything we need.